Hey everybody. Hi. I am here. I made it. Whew. It was a touch and go there for a second, but I got here. And I'm so happy I'm here. And I'm so happy to be sharing another episode with you. And today we're going to be talking about resilience and overcoming. And most importantly, why it matters to visibility, right? Because that's what we're all about is visibility. So it's really important to talk about this and to see what it is about it that makes it matter to what we're doing, right? To the idea of increasing our visibility, which is a little different than, it just being there, just talking about it. Because a lot of people talk about resilience and overcoming. In America, here especially, and probably all over the world, but most certainly here, this is where I am in America. Hey, friend, how you doing? It's so good to see you. I'm happy you're here. What we like to say here in America and in lots of places in the world is that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And that's a great sentiment, right? Because the experiences and the challenges and the things you face help you become who you are. And it has a definite impact on who you become and how you relate to the world, how you see yourself in the world. And so that whole concept of what doesn't kill you makes you stronger feels good, right? It feels like, yeah, I got through this. And so now I'm stronger and I could do more. Everything's going to be good, right? I can rock this because I got through this. But the darker side of that, the other side of that conversation that we don't like to deal with is that sometimes what doesn't kill you breaks you, right? Sometimes it just breaks you. And that also shapes who you are and who you become, how you deal with yourself in the world and how you see yourself as part of it. And we like not to deal with that part. We like to brush that under the rug. And we're really bad at dealing with mental health issues and being damaged in any way. But sometimes we get broken. And so resilience and overcoming is one, how you keep from being broken too easily. But also, it's immensely important to be able to overcome challenges. And so I want to talk about why this is so important when we're talking about these things in the context of visibility as individuals, right? And a little bit as a society, but certainly in as an individual. Because resilience is the ability to bounce back in our pursuit of visibility, whether it's personal or professional or societal. Resilience is a key ingredient to achieving that goal, right? So if when you think of any successful person that you admire and you start to look behind their success story, you always find all of these setbacks and failures and challenges they had to overcome. Because the road to visibility and to success is really smooth, right? It's the resilience that keeps us going, that keeps us able to persevere, and it's what sets us apart and makes us who we are. I talk a lot about the courage to be seen because it's important. But it's not just about being seen. You're getting visible for a reason. So you want to be able to influence others and leave a legacy. And you got to be able, that requires us pushing boundaries and taking risks and breaking through barriers, right? We got to get past the obstacles, even when they're difficult, so that we can take advantage of the opportunities for growth, learning, and self-discovery. And it's in these moments of struggle, right, when we're really struggling, that resilience is shining its brightest. So turning setbacks into stepping stones is what we need to do. And it's important because, and I go back to what doesn't kill us breaks us. And that really depends on our self talk, the conversations we have with ourselves in those moments and during that struggle, right? How we're moving through it in order to be able to keep moving forward. Because when we let those things crush us, when we internalize the obstacles, when we internalize the pain, it really gets in the way of us being able to move forward. And we don't see ourselves with the power that we need to be able to move. It takes away, we let it go. We're not empowered to move forward. If our self talk is enabling the harm and continuing the harm. And so we lose our ability to be resilient because we don't see ourselves that way in the world. We have to be able to change how we do that. We had to develop that resilience and cultivate the strength to endure our setbacks, right? And that starts with acknowledging that it's a part of life. It just is. It's part of what's going to happen. Okay. And once we get that, when we know that, when we understand that, then we start to be able to understand that we can move through this. We can go through it, right? We can be resilient because that resilience is not even just about our personal success. It also plays a critical role in addressing broader societal challenges. Okay, because we live in a world that's full of really complex issues. And yeah, we can talk about climate change and economic inequity and discrimination and social justice. And tackling those problems can require collective resilience and shared commitment. But sometimes someone has to take the lead, right, to overcome that adversity and build a better future. So, how do we do it? How do we deal with it? This is why acknowledging the setbacks are going to happen and embracing those challenges begins to help us, right? Knowing that they're a natural part of the journey and that those failures are opportunities for growth. This is where we start to create resilience. And then seeking support. Exactly. Becoming more and more visible gives us examples. Like, so what I'm doing now, I'm working through things because it takes courage. And I talk all the time about finding the courage to be seen, and that's not just a slogan because it matters. You have to do things in spite of the fear. You have to move forward and deal. You have to cultivate, and you have to cultivate self-compassion. So when you are afraid and when you're making mistakes, you still have to say, okay, like treat yourself like you would a good friend and don't beat yourself up because you can get through difficult times. Okay. And you can understand, once you understand that, you can realize and embrace that setbacks are not a reflection of your worth, but rather opportunities for you to learn and grow. So if you can stay adaptable and open to change, it helps you become more flexible, be able to adjust, and be able to find that courage to keep stepping out there, to keep growing, and to become more and more visible every day. Because that visibility, that visibility as your authentic self is what's gonna allow you to make the impact you want to in the world. It's what's gonna allow you to be the change you want to see. is what's going to allow you to bring into your world everything that you want to create, because your authentic self attracts the people that you want to bring into your life that resonate with you, right? So I keep talking about these things because they're so important. And I'm going to say to you, if you want to get more comfortable with being your authentic self, with being able to step out into the world and let people see you, I'm going to encourage you to take my course, buildingvisibility.com 10 P's, because I'm going to help you find the courage to be your authentic self, to be who you want to be in the world, right? And it all starts with loving yourself better so that you can be resilient and bounce back stronger than ever when the challenges hit you, that you don't get broken, that you overcome it. That's my talk for today, guys. I hope you got something out of it. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the community, in the forums, just around, because I love you guys. Take care. Bye bye.